meeting. So they have a special meeting going on. Y'all see they got these loud things. Let me step back. They got a special board meeting, but they locked the residents out of it. So everybody is just standing outside. They have been letting their favorites in, the people that they want to talk. But other than that, nobody else has gained entry. Hold my change until we get in there. Chappelle. When this meeting is over, I want you to call me later. I got a plan.
Okay.
Serious. Call me.
It's time.
Yo, listen, tell the people what you've been dealing with. Lockouts.
Lockouts, harassment. You know, I've been dealing with it all. It ain't nothing.
Absolutely. United. Absolutely. We got the wrong people. How you doing? Right. What time is it? Is it almost 7?
It's like 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I bet you ain't gonna come down and say he can come in.
Hey, everybody. So we are at the Harvey board meeting, the regularly scheduled board meeting. I just want y'all to know that I broke my walker. I gotta fix it. Okay. That's my nephew.
Oh, okay.
Nathaniel, you probably seen him at the picnic, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. He was the one dancing.
Dancing, yes.
Uh-huh.
That's okay. Thank you. You gonna go up with me? It's hot. I know, I feel a little. You can go up the stairs if you want to. It's the same thing. You can get in line, I'll just get on the elevator. I don't want them to think you're trying to cut. Because you gotta go through security no matter what. You see what I'm saying?
What up, Cool?
I say you'll see it on the other side. I'm be right up here when you walk in.
Cool.
All right, y'all, so we are at Harvey's board meeting. Just need y'all to pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Excuse me.
Watch out, guys.
Out.
Did you just come in? Were you in that? Were you last week? Yeah, I was in there.
Glad you're alive.
Oh yeah. How you doing? That's good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. You're good, man. Okay, you too.
Sure, but take my friend.
I'm just doing a video. I'm sorry, you ain't in the way. I was just looking down the stairs at the people. You good? Hey, hey, beautiful. How you doing? Good. Hey, how you doing? I brought your stuff. I brought your stuff too. I'm gonna give it to you. Give me 1 second. Cause they gonna go through my bag anyway. I know they're about to get on my nerves.
You know what? We can do it in there.
I know, but I might as well pull it out. I want to hand her
Worry about
this.
it.
In case she want to slip it on.
Oh.
Hold this.
I'll give you the most. Oh. Hold on. How many is this? 2?
3.
3?
Yeah. Just take it and just send it to me. Cause you said you wanted a certain amount.
How much are we?
What we discussed.
I'll talk to you.
Right. I was waiting on my nephew. Then I was gonna call.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're doing?
Where he go? Nah, he with me though.
He's right here.
He was just right here. Did he go in already? Oh, there you go. Come on. I'm waiting on you.
We're aligned.
Yeah, take this out too.
Thank you.
Mhm. Sorry. You need this too?
You can hand it so it don't go off.
Okay. I'm gonna put this in there.
Any plates, single lighter knives in there?
That goes in my camera.
Walk through for me?
That's a
No.
tripod holder. That's not a screwdriver.
see.
That's not a screwdriver. It's a tripod holder. You see the grooves in there?
Come on, just come on.
It's a tripod holder.
I'm sorry, just
It's not a screwdriver.
Just come on.
Thank you. It's not. My pouch. Thank you. Excuse me. No, you good. I just didn't want to run her over. All right, y'all, I'm inside. Got those cigarette lighters. Got money. You can sit right there. Cause I'm gonna put my chair right here. I'm gonna set my tripod up though. All right, y'all, give me 1 second. I gotta set this up on the tripod because hold on 1 second. No. Oh yeah, I gotta set this up on the tripod. I'm slow. I forgot I left my other thing. Y'all ignore me.
I got your picture. Probably send a little flashlight.
Okay. That's it. When you get out of here.
Whenever you get a chance.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Will it fit? Hold on, y'all. Alright. Yeah, I know I'm close. Phone call. You do. But I was busy all weekend, so I'm not mad at you.
But by the time I got done settled myself, it was 10:30. I was like, I ain't gonna call that.
I'm always up late.
And see, I ain't know if it was a night out. Like, I was like, yeah, okay.
they giving him the day.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So it's okay because it's on the agenda. So
We'll see.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
It should be discussed though, right?
It should be, yes. But thank you. I was like, oh, this is so bad. You can write this off for me.
Yeah, no, you good. I've been busy. You know, this is our picnic weekend.
I know. I
So
saw my
I
cousin. You was out there with my cousin and everybody.
your cousin. Oh, I love her.
It's him, Brady, Thomas.
Yeah.
You went to school with Brady and Thomas.
Okay.
And my cousin Annie, I don't know if she went. She don't even want to talk about this.
You say your cousin who?
And that's Wanda Jones.
Can you grab this? If I hand it to you. Sure. I don't care about the phone.
I wanted to ask you, did they tell you that you can't record when you were in the hallway? Okay, so they only hassled me. Yeah, I wanted to get that on record. Yeah.
I'm just setting this up. I'm not staying over here.
Can you tell us that again, Dylan? So the officer doing security told me I couldn't even have my body cam on. Did you get told anything?
No, I did not.
All right, so
I was told I couldn't bring my screwdriver in,
screwdriver?
but it's not a screwdriver.
Okay, so you guys heard that.
Session that you find out the Illinois Open Meetings Act. Each Harvey Public Meeting affords members of the public to submit written statements or make brief public comments during the public comment part of the meeting. However, persons in attendance are not allowed in an unreasonable manner that alarm, disturbs another, or provoks the breach of the peace. This can include making loud and unusual noises, clapping, speaking out, and interrupting during the city council meeting. One may not impede the performance of officials.
All right, y'all.
Any
I
person
am
acting
in the media
orderly
section.
manner in a public meeting and
Thank
persistent
y'all.
in being warned by the chairman, that person will be
Let's see if we get these finances today.
If the person refuses, they can be removed and fined under the disorderly conduct statute. Disorderly conduct in public meetings in Illinois involves any unreasonable behavior that disturbs others or disrupts the meeting, and it is subject to removal and penalties if it persists after a warning. This includes city employees and council members as well. Our police officer present in public meetings to assist the chairman in preserving order. If any person is ordered to withdraw from the meeting by the chairman and refuses, they can be cited and criminally charged with disorderly conduct. The Hardin Police Department can escort the person out of the meeting. If the person refuses to leave the physical resist the Hardin Police Department, that person can also be charged with resisting arrest. Under Illinois law, resisting arrest is defined by knowingly resisting or obstructing the performance by one known to be the person, to be a police officer, firefighter, or correctional institution employee of any unauthorized act within his or her official capacity. This constitutes a Class A misdemeanor. The statute requires that the act of resistance must involve some physical act that imposes an obstacle that may impede, hinder, interrupt, prevent, or delay the performance of an officer's duties. Examples include struggling, wrestling, going limp, or physically aiding a third party to avoid arrest. Illinois law explicitly states that a person is not authorized to use force to resist an arrest by a known peace officer, even if that arrest is believed to be or is in fact unlawful. Resistance of even an unlawful arrest by a known officer is a violation of state statute. Thank you.
Good evening, this is the City of Harvey City Council meeting. Today is Monday, June 23rd, 2025, at 7:14 p.m. All the presidents and council members would mark themselves as present. Next time, this invitation to pledge allegiance begin. Would you be so kind?
When we bow our heads and we petition the throne of grace, we just go there and Father, we thank you for this day, we thank you for this gathering, we thank you for this great city. We thank you for what it's about to do. We're about to take care of the business of the city of Harvey. Lord Jesus, we ask you for wisdom and knowledge, same wisdom and knowledge, grant and solid. Lord Jesus, we thank you for a reasonable portion of good health. We thank you for the spirit of the Son. We thank you for the things and everything that goes with just being alive. Lord, we give you praise and honor, Lord Jesus, because that's what you deliver us here on grace, Lord. Lord Jesus, we're good forever. Give you praise, honor, Lord, and guide us, Lord Jesus, as we're going to take care of business of this great city. This is our prayer, Lord, and we ask it all in the name of Jesus. Amen. Next item on the agenda is executive session, discussion of personnel and litigation matters. Chair would need a motion, we have a motion by, let's see, motion by third, second by sixth. Motion passed. It is 7:17 p.m. We were going to executive session. Hopefully, we'll have it very long. All right, thank you.
Oh, did you want to ask me something?
I was just looking at my feed. Yeah. Hey, y'all. They on lunch. Sorry, y'all. Didn't realize what was going on. So, I was trying to see if y'all can see me. This thing is super tall. That's super funny. Okay. Why is this thing shaking? All right, back to the meeting. My camera had moved. I'm sorry, y'all. We are on executive session, so we can't do anything until they come back. So you guys can go get some coffee, something to eat. We'll come back later. I don't know. I apologize. This never really happens. Why is this thing vibrating? Hey, I'm good. I can't hardly see. Y'all, let me bring my glasses. This thing. I don't know what this is. I just had a resident told me I can't film them. Can y'all believe somebody said don't film me on your camera? What? I film everybody that walks by. Well, don't film me. Yeah, okay. Don't come out in public if you don't want to be on my camera. You've been warned. Don't film me. All right, y'all, I'm gonna sit back down because this thing is tall. I didn't realize how tall this thing is. But hopefully they'll be back soon. If not, we'll just be sitting here waiting. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I was over there running my mouth with Ryan. They are back. That was quite a quick executive session. I gotta get on my tippy toes just to see this camera, y'all. My tripod is tall, and I'm tall, but it's still taller. It's funny. I am going to definitely follow this Harvey story for the duration of it, because we have to get the word out about what's going on in Harvey. We definitely got to pay attention to see if they give us the financial reports today, which is on the agenda. So I'm going to sit back down, y'all, but keep an eye out.
Yeah, I was starting out to bring my tripod. I didn't know what we was gonna do.
Yeah, they just finished closed session, so you're good. I don't know what's going on.
He don't want to get no finances, y'all. Oh my God, what is this man doing? Why is he not starting? You leaving?
I know. It sounds like he's avoiding something.
Okay, you can watch my live. Put it on in the car. Make sure you share it. So y'all, I'm right here and we don't know what's going on. He done came back, went out, came back, went out. Everybody's in their seat. So what are we waiting on? I don't get it. He definitely playing games. And y'all know that the finance report is on here. So I want to play what y'all eating. Let's see if he about to start. He talking to everybody. I can. Not today, but I can. I definitely will look that up for y'all. And then I'll get back to y'all on the interview. I had to talk to Kobe.
All right, it is 7:50 p.m. You know, the council members have marked themselves present.
All right, y'all, I'm sitting back down. The Q's here too.
Go back into session. We need a motion to go back into open session. Motion by the third, second by the second. Discussion vote. Motion carries. For the next item on the agenda, approval of minutes. First is 6A, approval of minutes dated April 28, 2025. There is a motion by the first and second by the sixth. Is there any debate?
Motion to refer to the
This is a motion to refer to minutes. That would be probably for this. But it's one way to sell that without any issue behind it. There's a motion on the floor to send the minutes of April 28, 2025 to the legislative committee. But we have a motion to send to the legislative committee. Is there a second? You're looking for a second. You said the citizen? You send that. Okay, I thought you said citizen. Second. We have to mark it off on the around. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We have a motion by the second, maybe second by the fourth. So, we'll take a vote. Motion failed. So once again, here's the motion on the motion to approve the minutes of April 28th, 2025.
Point of order, Mayor.
We're in the middle of the vote, so.
Yeah, you're not in the middle of the vote, you asked us to have a debate, all along the chat, get a discussion, but I get a debate, and then that's necessary.
You made a motion for the minutes, so. I tell you what, let's go, we'll just take it back. Go back, okay.
All right, okay. Well, it's not, well, I'm not in approval of the minutes if it comes to my debate. It's that the minutes don't include everything that actually happened in the meeting, particularly like on May 12th when residents were moved out, moved back in, and everything that happened that went on.
Please, sir, we're talking about April 28th. Sorry, we're talking about May 12th, we're talking about May 28th. April 28th. We're on April 28th at the moment.
Actually, okay. But regardless of me saying it, okay, that's fine, but I'm really saying when it comes to all of the minutes, we need to have a better procedure, which I suggested before, where I'm not in favor of it because it doesn't never include, there's one thing to have the residents, and by the word is, you don't have to answer it, you don't need information, but when we're voting on minutes, and approval of minutes, this is records that's going to be in the system for years to come. We don't want this to go. It would be nice to show everything that happened, the questions that they asked, their names, and see if we respond back on their questions and gave them any type of inquiries and things like that. That would be real professional. And we'll have minutes, so we don't have to worry about forwarding information. Just be a professional.
Thank you very much. Is there any other? Okay, other than the minutes, so we can, because we're also going to be working on May 12th and June 9th as well. Minutes, as they've already been established, minutes do not have to be verbatim. That's number one. Minutes do not have to be verbatim. That is not only in this particular body, that is in other city councils, other councils as well, and courts have also recognized that minutes do not have to be verbatim. So that's number one. Two, is if someone has an issue, even though they don't have to be verbatim, we do have a verbatim recording as well.
Hey, y'all.
So someone
Sorry.
wants to go back and take us, look at a particular part of the meeting, they can still do that as well. But minutes do not have to be verbatim. We have actually discussed that and addressed that on some occasions. We're addressing it again, but I just wanted to make it clear, and I want to make it clear for council and ordinance as well. That has been long established before this administration, before the previous administration, and say for instance 5 administrations prior to that. So that being said, the debate is not closed, but there is a public debate, so we're ready to take a vote. That's your vote. The motion carries. Next item is 6B, the approval of minutes for May 12, 2025. There's a motion by the third and the second by the first. Is there any debate? Hearing none, we will cast your votes. Motion carries. And this next item is a motion to approve minutes dated June 9, 2025. There's a motion by the third and the second by the first. Is there any debate? Hearing none. Please cast your vote. Motion carried. Next item is the approval of bills. 7A, which is dated May 26, 2025. 25 is there a recommendation from the finance committee?
No, Mayor, there's no recommendation for the bills at this time. Decided that's makes sense. Second, bill is around.
So let me make sure I'm getting clear for the record. You're postponing the vote on the 26th. No recommendation because you're going to be at it at another date.
Take care of all of
Okay. So we'll go to 7B, though, for the record. 7B, June 23rd, 2025, is there a recommendation from the finance committee? We'll consider that as well. It's me. That brings us to 8.
Will there be discussion for, I know you referenced the finance committee, but as a whole body, we have opportunity for discussion on the 26th.
No, that's in the finance committee. That's where that will take place.
If I may just ask, when will the finance committee be here?
And that brings us to number 8, which is the treasury report. Now, as all persons see, as I mentioned in our last meeting, the treasurer's committee came to the report, which is titled Monthly Summary of Bank Accounts. Okay. And I, not only did I present it to the council about the House of Public Ordinance, and it was our plan for it to be on today's meeting. This is what was supposed to happen. One is the treasurer's report was supposed to be presented to the comptroller. It was presented to the comptroller. And the comptroller gave a report to be clear that is included. It's included in the packet. However, in my opinion, it's entirely up to you guys, that report did not reconcile with the treasurer's report in any shape, form, or fashion, obviously. So, because it did not reconcile with the treasurer's report, I had the comptroller to create a more reconcilable report that can be presented to the council. The difficulty that we're having right now is that the finance committee did not have a finance meeting, which is where the report was supposed to go to. Okay? So because the finance committee was supposed to have a meeting, and that meeting did not happen, secondly, we can't present the treasurer's reports at the time, because they both need to be reconciled. Okay? You can take a look at the reports themselves, you can see that there's some discrepancies as far as the reports are concerned. So the finance committee needs to have that meeting. However, that being said, so that everybody can understand it clearer, it is still up to the members. Yes, it's still up to the members as far as whether you want to go ahead and address these issues now in this section, or if you want to wait until you can actually review it and go over it in the finance committee meeting. And that would be determined by you. Saw hands on the recognize the the council would make the decision. So, give me an example. Right. No, just like when we just came to the minutes and all over on the second board made a motion to send it to legislative committee. We already know that this should go before
This dude is
the
full of
finance
shit.
committee. We already know that. But you're the council, so you can change it and say you want to address it now or you want to address it in committee. It's entirely up to you guys. Second. Well, there's a motion.
I thought they gotta put it on the board.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Y'all see how convenient this is. We're not gonna get the treasurer's report today.
While we're doing this, the work that is happening, and it'll hopefully put us on a better and straight path in the future.
Can I confirm the second?
Second,
So they don't have to use the electronic system right now.
no, the first board made the motion. Fourth board was the second.
No, they wasn't gonna get it. It was totally a political play.
So, we have a motion by the first and second by the fourth. There's no debate on this issue. So you can catch the vote.
They full of shit, y'all.
So motion carries. So this will be sent to the finance committee for presentation at the next finance meeting. Chair recognizes the second ward. I heard a point of order. What's the point of order?
We didn't have discussion second.
Right, it's a preemptive motion, it doesn't stand for the debate.
No, I make a recommendation to
No, not at this particular point in time, there was a point of order, that's the problem for the point of order. We'd like to discuss that some other time again, but not at this particular time. Okay? All right, next item, so that's once again, that's sent to the finance committee, and our next, presented at our next finance meeting. If there's anything that anyone needs in between that time, please contact the treasurer or the comptroller so that you can have whatever required from you. Next item on the agenda is 9, approval of ordinances and resolutions. This is part of 9A old business. It's 9B new business. Motion to B1. Motion to approve the release and settlement agreement between Sataris and others versus City of Harvey. This motion authorizes the legal fund settlement lawsuit Title 1, Sataris and Giovanni Infante Munoz versus City of Harvey and George Locke Jr. Case number 24L66062. There's a motion by the third and a second by the fifth. Shouldn't be any debate, but I'll just ask that anyway. Hearing none, you may cast your vote. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, B292, is a resolution approving an automatic aid should I say Matheson, Munster, Oak Forest, Park Forest, Phoenix, Richland Park, Riverdale, South Holland, Thornton, and Tinley Park. This resolution authorizes cooperating municipalities and directs their respective fire chiefs or designee to take necessary and proper action to render and/or request automatic aid from other cooperating municipalities according to terms of this agreement. I have a motion by the third, and a second by the first. Is there any debate? Hearing none, can we catch the vote? Motion carries.
Resolution number 4008. 4008.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is public comment. Number 10, public comment is encouraged and appreciated. This is the only opportunity for the public to address the city council on agenda items and any other city-related business. In order to accomplish all business on the agenda and be respectful of everyone's time, council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on any public comment issue. Public comment will be limited to minutes. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaigning or advertising. This is not a question and answer time. The council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed with city staff during regular business hours. I'd like to note again that comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. I want to bring this up because it seems like, unfortunately, that the venom and vitriol has escalated to proportions where people are now making personal attacks at each other. We would like you not to do that. However, you have First Amendment right to say certain things, so if you choose to do so, that's fine. I also want to make sure that I will make sure that the audience understands, and those who are watching, that just because someone may choose to make a personal attack does not mean that that is true. Just because someone may decide to make a comment that is positioned whether positive or negative does not mean that it is necessarily true. However, we are protected by the First Amendment, so people can, to a certain degree, but still there's no fire in private theater and stuff like that. But to a certain degree, then obviously we want to. That being said, I will read the first name and then we will move on to the next to follow. So the first on public comment is Amanda Askew, followed by Glennis James Watson.
Good evening, everyone. So, a few things. During the that not only will there be a monthly summary of the bank accounts report, but there will also be an update about the missing audits. The last finance committee meeting that I attended in first quarter of 2025, which is March 24th, Comptroller Mr. Williams mentioned that in first quarter of this year, we were just now paying the accounting firm Casperi for the 2022 audit. So I think it's important to have an update about that because again, we're still not in compliance with the state of Illinois because we're still 3 years behind on
Hello.
audits. So it is my hope that at the next finance committee meeting, which leads on to the next city council meeting, that there will be an update about that audit or hopefully a completed audit for at least the year 2022 because we also still need the audits for 23 and 24 as well. My second concern was today before I came to the meeting, the meeting starts at 7 p.m. and at the last meeting I attended, the doors were open and the public was able to come in at 6:30 or between 6:30 and 6:40. I arrived here at 6:08 because I thought the finance meeting was today. Unfortunately, it was not. So I left and came back. I entered the building at 6:38 because the front door was open because this is a public building. And unfortunately, I was met with a little bit of resistance. Now, what concerns me is that it's 90 degrees outside today. It's an excessive heat warning, and the doors were locked and people was outside. I spoke with 4 officers, including the chief of police, to plead for the residents to be allowed in because it is excessive heat. And now thinking that it's a lot of officers that are here, that crowd control can be maintained. And I just implore you all to think about that the next time there's a city council meeting, to allow the residents to come in and not stand in the heat. Because there's a good majority of our residents that are seniors that may have walking or cane or may not be able to handle the heat. So again, it's inhumane to allow the public to stand outside, although the meeting did not start at 7. It is still, you should be able to enter the building and you can at least start a line. They may not be able to enter the chambers, but they still should be able to enter the building and form a line before the meeting gets started. I'm sorry, it's 90-something degrees outside, and that is inhumane. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Dennis James Watson, followed by Chappelle Brooks.
Buenas noches. Mi nombre es Dennis James Watson. Vivo en el Riviera Warrior. Mis comentarios esta noche están en español para que traiga atención al hecho de que 35.2% de los residentes de Harvey son latinos y hay mucha gente que solo habla español. Sin embargo, no creo que la ciudad de Harvey tenga algo en español. Las formas, la revista, la cuenta y el inserto y la website, todo solamente en inglés. La única cosa que ha visto en español es noticias de las reuniones de primer de la señora Luenzi. Digo esto porque es importante que los 6.848 latinos en Harvey estén incluidos y tienen voz en la que está ocurriendo en Harvey. No es difícil hacer las cosas accesibles ahora. Hay apps por todo. Necesitamos las voces y ideas de toda la gente en Harvey. Gracias. Ahora este mensaje se repetirá en inglés. Good evening. My name is Dennis James Watson. I live in the first ward. My comments tonight are in Spanish to draw attention to the fact that 35.2% of Harvey residents are Latino, and there are many people who only speak Spanish. However, I don't believe that the city of Harvey has anything in Spanish. The forms, the magazine, the bill and the insert, and the website. And even la boca del alcalde is in inglés. The Bears Cup is in English. Not football. Politics is in English. The only thing that I have seen in Spanish are notices about Mr. Ritzy's first ward meeting. I say all of this because it's important that the 6,800
not difficult to make things accessible now. There are apps everywhere for everything. We need the voices and ideas of all the people in Market. Thank you.
Next we have Cheryl Looks, followed by Mr. Irvin.
Good evening, Harvey. A lot been going on. I have an issue with these elected officials having their little Facebook or social media agencies, and they get on and they threaten to harass residents. Every time there's an election or campaign come around, Cookie Ross tends to pop up on social media, on Facebook, wants to play and talk crazy and all of that. But I know there's nothing ever happens to Cookie Ross, because maybe Cookie Ross is one of our elected officials. But I see, the loans, homeboys like them, homeboy well, James took a position as a custody for an investigation for what? Something you said on social media, Facebook, because you got other people threatening them. Why couldn't you also getting held for a question? Oh, maybe questions to that. Also, when are we going to have a report meeting? We haven't had one in what, 3 years? Okay, because, there's a line to a lot of things that's going on in the community. And I said, and we need updates on treasure report. Obviously, I'm not going to, work with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, what's his name? That's it up there, we pay him, I don't know what, $100 an hour, but if you don't say nothing, you don't say nothing, you don't correct nothing, you don't make anything that's questionable in the council, you don't say nothing. Y'all can't question because the mayor said so, what are we paying him for? I can sit there and do that. That's right. And, y'all causing us up, y'all saying that y'all is millions in debt, but look what's happening. That's what the money going right there. Y'all talking about properties and stuff, it's right there. That's what they're going to do. Let's do it.
Thank you. Next we have Mr. Irvin, followed by Ryan Sinwelski.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Missouri Urban, former trustee of the Harvey Public Library, 2015 and 2021. I'd just like to piggyback on some of the things that Alderman Chapman was trying to say, where she was kind of rubbed out and stopped from getting to. That April 28th meeting was quite turbulent. A lot of things happened. And I've got a problem with those minutes that are corrected for that report. It's all concentrated on when the policemen attacked her and were throwing her around and pushing her and dragging her out the building, but nothing was mentioned about the 3 encounters when she was trying to ask questions about what you guys were voting on and how the Robert's Rule of Order was violated and the Open Meetings Act was violated. None of that was concentrated on. Everything jumped from the beginning all the way to the middle. Not even from the beginning, it just jumped right to the middle. And everybody's been riding that, the media's been riding that, and the minutes. That's what's being reflected right now. You can generalize too much, okay? You don't have to put word for word like you said verbatim, but you need to refer to what happened. 3 times she asked questions, 3 times you shut her down, violating Robert's Rule of Order, and then you got a man and then you had her arrested. That's what she's talking about, okay? So you all do need to correct your minutes and make them right, because it's part of the information from the city of Harlem. Through FOIAs, freedom of information, you may not get it all. And some people are even suing the city because they can't get the information, and they have a right to. Okay? Now, the treasurer's report. 6 years. It took y'all 6 years to figure out this process. That's just blowing my mind, okay? If I was on drugs, I probably would deal with this a little bit better. I mean, really. Look, the month ends, there's a cutoff, there's account balance. You report that, okay? You all got your days mixed up. Mr. Williams, what day are you taking your report from? It's not the same day that she's taking hers from. You may not be able to get it pinpointed penny for penny, but we want a general idea of what's going on in the city. And this to the finance committee, and they didn't know nothing about it, and that was 2 weeks ago from the last meeting. Y'all dragging. You got to do better than this. You got to do better. You know, and always remember, y'all, prayer without works means nothing. You can stand up here and pray all you want, but it's your actions that count. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that prayer goes nowhere. It doesn't get off the ground, okay? Y'all remember that. It ain't what they say, watch what they do, okay? It ain't how nice the prayer is. Watch what they do, and then you'll really have a full vision of what's going on in our city. Thank you.
Next we have Ryan Silvelsky, followed by Irene Fitton.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Gay Pride Month in Harding. I'm happy to fly the rainbow flag here in Harding as a symbol that everyone is welcome. So you can see from my house. Yes, I know it's big, maybe one more large ones you see, but I feel that's very important. Started as the ideal factory town in 1891, Harding has welcomed countless families from all backgrounds. So sometimes people are we get a little scared by one new group or another moving in, but I just want to remind everybody that as someone who's part of the historical society, we've always had new, fresh groups of people moving in. So this diversity makes us stronger, not weaker. I have a vision for a vibrant market where we care for people instead of harassing them, finding them, and extorting them. How about we fix up our old buildings instead of demolishing them? Make them so they can house new families and new businesses. Instead of extorting businesses, let's help them get tax relief and grants so they can thrive. Instead of threatening people who volunteer to beautify Harding, let's support and recognize their efforts. In the spirit of pride, let's get some openness and answers. I have a few questions. Why is our elected treasurer still locked out of the city boards? If nothing is being done wrong, that really does not sound right to me. Why do we have no meeting packets or finance info put online for people to see ahead of time? Why was Harding resident Melissa Crawley suddenly arrested today in front of her home, where she was on live video? Why is Mayor Clark sending people around the city to harass and bully his critics on private property with the illegal protection of our tax-supported Harding Police Department officers and resources? Where are the receipts for the millions of dollars given for demolition, repairing of fire hydrants? Where are the receipts for Clark's security detail, for aldermanic expense accounts? Where are the public crime rate updates? Why are we have all these unsolved murders? I support dispensaries, but why is Mayor Clark bully the business on Halsted out of his building and replacing with another outside business without consulting residents? That was not great. Finally, I know Linus mentioned the issue of translation. We need translations for our Spanish-speaking residents. More than a third of our city is Spanish-speaking. And last but not least, why did the mayor and his associates take more time talking about or making up lies about my sex life and Chappelle's tax paying status and what Colby does in city council? What does that have to do with anything?
Next we have Irene Fitton.
Hello, Keep up the good work. Oh, no. I can get in touch with my own. One else, but I can't. The answer me. Thank you.
Thank you. That's interesting. Next is mayoral comment. Well, sorry. Now, I might encourage you, and I actually might post a scripture, so those who want to catch my fire.
Those sound pretty.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Thank you, council, for the work that you've done. It's great, appreciated. I think that we have once again, we are making some progress in the right direction. And so, you know, it may take us a little time to get there, and we are not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. So, we're going to address a few issues, Spanish versus English. Yes, first of all, thank you for the advertisement regarding the Mayor's Cup. Mayor's Cup is the 28th, 29th this month. No, it's not in Spanish, it's true. But for some odd reason, it don't stop the Spanish-speaking people from attending that event, because it is now an event. Okay, we have sponsors, and we have some everybody come out. How many people we had the last time, approximately, as far as players? Over 1,000? Yeah, it's an event. And so, but the thing about it is also, let me make sure that this is clear. Mayor's Cup is not just the Spanish-speaking people. You know, there are other people who participate as well. It is a fantastic event. I am extremely proud of it. I'm extremely proud of the fact that what the team does to put it together. And I'm also extremely proud of our sponsors who support what we're trying to do. I want to basically point out for Alderwoman Gruinski that yes, she puts her notices in Spanish, and she also brings up quite often the possibility of putting other things in Spanish where we can. We have supported the community, and we will continue to support the community. And I think that as far as this particular administration is concerned, this is probably one of the most diverse administrations that we've seen in a long time here in the city of Hardin. We have representation from all walks of life here in this administration. And once again, I'm not proud of it. We are proud of it. So, now as far as Facebook is concerned, and social media, y'all got to take, those who have problems with Facebook or whatever's going on with Facebook, you got to take that up with Mark Zuckerberg, okay? And if you got a problem with what's going on with Google, you can take that up with whatever, I can't even pronounce the Russian name. You can take that up with them. We don't control Facebook, we don't control Google, we don't control YouTube, we don't control any of those social platforms. We only control the things that we can control. If somebody, it's funny because, freedom of speech is a real funny creature. Because one's freedom of speech is okay, but another's freedom of speech is not. You have the ability to say what you want to say, but then others don't have the ability to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. And that's the American dynamic. That's our experience. That's the thing where we the people, saying, in order to form a more perfect you, that's the experience that we have. Is that we have competing interests as far as what the law says. We have competing interests as far as what our rights are. And sometimes my rights might infringe on yours, yours might infringe on mine. There's a balance here. We have to learn how to do that. But the one thing that we can do, regardless of what the First Amendment says, because this is one thing that's not in the Declaration of Independence, and it's not in the Constitution. It's civility. Civility isn't written in any of that. And some of the biggest problems that we're having have nothing to do with what is or is not legal, or even what it is or is not right. Because, there's not a world where everyone agrees on every single thing. But the ability to be civil with each other is extremely important. That is what separates us. That is what distinguishes us. And that is the part that's not written, that for some odd reason we have the most difficulty dealing with. So whether it is on any of the social media platforms, like I said, we can't control that. I hope that some of you who are in the audience and also those who watch by video pay attention to our first meeting of the month where we give the staff reports. Because those staff reports are chock full of information. At times I may hear people say something regarding the city, like unsolved crimes and things of that nature. And I'm scratching my head because I'm saying, well, the police department just gave a report on the whole thing, And so that to me means that maybe nobody's really listening or paying attention. But whether you choose to pay attention or not is entirely up to you. But the information is available, and I'm proud of the team for doing the work that they do. And I'm proud for how they have advanced themselves as far as the reports are concerned. And those reports are only getting better. And for those who don't walk in the room looking at us with what they call a jaundiced eye, you can see that some of those things are happening, and the city is moving forward. And these people over here are working like never before. So that's what happens with that. Now, little story. I like a little story. So why did they use a building for a dispensary and take it away from another company that was using that building? This is the stuff that honestly that the public really doesn't know. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't tell you. And I'll explain to you why I don't. Because if I told you every single thing that was going on in the previous administration, we'd be here for the next 4 years. You really would. When WGN and Bill Bradley came in 2019 and first presented the boxes that were all stacked up in the basement, that was all over the place. Okay? I was hoping that people would pay attention and see the condition that the city was in. When I tell people that we were $164 million in debt, I was hoping that grown-ups would say, that's a big number. You know, and that's not the type of number that you just get rid of in a year or 4 years. That's unfortunately, that is debt that is going to outlive probably everybody in this room. Okay, God willing and creek don't rise, that's what's going to happen. Because $164 billion in debt for a municipality that has a 52% tax collection rate and 35% of its money is being taken by the state comptroller's office. That makes a heck of a difference. And I'm thinking that people who say they love our city would not just go off of their emotions, but would also go off the facts. Now let me give you a fact. Ties R Us, which is where which is the business where the now tax-paying, okay, law-abiding cannabis dispensary is going to go. When we came in, we found out that Ties R Us was actually paying taxes, not paying taxes, paying rent to somebody else. It was a city-owned building. But Ties R Us wasn't paying us, they was paying it to somebody else. Who were they paying it to, man? You might ask that question. Where were they sending the money? Well, you got to ask them. Because we weren't getting it, and we did not have a valid lease with them, because there was no lease that was agreed upon by the city council. So somebody was occupying a city building. They were operating a business out of that city building. Okay? The city was not getting paid for them operating that city building. And they were paying that money to someone else. Some mysterious person out there. Single-family homes that were owned in the city. Those homes were being rented out to people, not by the city, by random mysterious people. So if they could find say for instance, a single parent with children, and get them to agree to go ahead and move into this house and pay them in cash, they got paid. Now, imagine doing that not one time, but 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, and you're paying, say, for instance, $1,000 a month. That's what was going on when we got the box. Okay, we didn't come back to you and tell you about it, we just stopped it, am I right? We stopped it. Every time we found out about it, we stopped it. There are other commercial properties. Some people might have heard of commercial property on 147th Street where Bob Watson is. That man came up in here talking about how the city was treating him wrong when he was squatting on city property. And the city moved to get him off the property. Okay? But wait. He sued us. He sued the city of Harvey for trying to put him off of the property that he was squatting on. Got a restraining order against the city because the city was trying to put him off the property that he was squatting on. So then we had to go through legal gymnastics for years and years and years. And these are things that didn't take place, didn't happen during this administration. They were already in place prior to this administration. But even though they were in place prior to this administration, it seemed like nobody had anything to say. Yeah, he dumping oils and dumping oil. Well, he wasn't just dumping oil over there at, Bob Watson in the sewers. He was also dumping oil at American Kitchen on 154th and, right off of Dixie. And he dumped so much oil that it blocked up the sewers, am I correct? And the state had to come out. Well, we're not going to, we'll be here forever. And the simple fact is, you know, there were people making money off of this city by not having people pay their proper taxes. There were people that were making money off of this city by not having them follow the law and follow the process. I have several friends that have said that they would hate to go downstairs in the building inspection services because if somebody calls them out of the line, that means they're going to have to pay for something. So that's what was going on in the city. And so the tires on us, what we did was we found a viable business. It all about the taxpaying corporate citizen to come in and we will receive property taxes and sales taxes from that business, which is what every city needs in order to run. The lights don't come on by themselves. And unfortunately, we don't have, as the comptroller said, we don't have $10,000 issues. We got $10 million issues. We're trying to still figure out what to do with the unpaid water bill that wasn't paid by the previous administration. We're still trying to figure out how to deal with that issue. We've gone through the, what's the name? The Lightfoot administration, and now we're into the current administration. You see how many people the names. Johnson administration, to try to figure out how we can get that rectified. That's a $26 million issue. Okay, that's not about y'all bought new pens, so y'all got money. No, that's a $26 million issue. $164 million is hard to wind down. But that being said, I do agree. And that's the hard part that people can't understand. I do agree with some of the sentiments. I just try to be politically mature about it. But it doesn't mean that I don't agree. We still, I'm with you. Whoever said what they said about artists, I'm with you. Okay? And I've been putting foot in the back as far as the artists are concerned. Artists aren't just the same as just as simple as saying, hey, look at this, see this, I wish it was. And can we do better than us? Well, once again, it was 5 years behind, nobody had anything to say. Catching up, getting there, and we continue working on doing so. The fact that somebody mentioned the Spirit's name means that we haven't ordered it. They said in the public domain, we haven't ordered it. The auditor is working on the audits. And as soon as we get it done, we'll have a meeting, and I really hope and pray that we have just as much of a crowd here when that happens. We have not, and I'm going to say this again, there was 3 things, and I don't know what the 3 things were. We have not brought up the tax status for Chappelle Willis. Chappelle Willis got up there herself and flexed and said that she didn't pay her taxes. We didn't say that. That was not said from here. And honestly, at the end of the day, as far as the dais is concerned, we're not going through the same thing we're addressing. And then as far as rights and sexuality, brother, you need to go talk to somebody. Because if you're not ashamed, you say you're proud. Then be proud of who you are. Plain and simple. Because we've never said anything about his sexuality. Absolutely nothing. for some reason that keeps coming out because that's a dog whistle to try to get the other people from the LGBTQ community to come on board and vote and fight against an issue that's not an issue. The reason why Ryan is an issue is because of Ryan. It ain't got nothing to do with sexuality. So we never address that, and I don't necessarily appreciate that, you know what I'm saying, those words being put in my mouth, and I addressed the issue 2 weeks ago. My views did change. My views remain the same as far as the LGBTQ plus community. And they will continue to remain the same. So on that note, I will say happy Pride Month, but also happy Black Music Month too. Okay. So, that being said, go Shorty, it's your birthday. Go Shorty, it's your birthday. Go Shorty, it's your birthday. I'm wishing myself a happy birthday. And I just want to know, you know what, God has given me another opportunity to, as somebody said, go around the sun. I am, oh my God, ever so grateful. And I am ever so grateful for all of you. There's this movie that I like, that I really, really like. I'm not gonna say what the movie is, but in the movie, the gentleman is having his birthday party. He's having his birthday party, and he says in his birthday party that all of you are here. And we may not have had a perfect relationship. And there are times that we didn't see eye to eye, and they have been very ups and downs. But for this moment in time, we are together. And so regardless of who you are, whether we agree or we don't agree, or all of those things, I just want you to know that I love and appreciate you. Okay? And I appreciate that I'm here to look at each and every last one of you. Okay? Because yes, I'm going to go into it. God is an awesome God. Okay? And I can tell you, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, where would I be? And so, with that being said, if there's nothing else good from the middle of the morning, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by the fifth, second by the first. All in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, hearing none, we stand adjourned at 8:53. Everyone have a great week and great weekend. And we'll see you again soon.
All right, y'all. This meeting is over. Let me zoom out. I'm going to still stay on live. Can you put this down for me?
Oh, I was coming.
Thank you. I brought my nephew out with me, y'all. Y'all see this mess. You know how to do it, right? Yeah. Oh, this fan feel good, y'all. So, I got a lot of things to say about this meeting. A lot of things. I definitely will say what I gotta say once I get outside where it's a little quieter. But I definitely got a lot of things to say. Hey! Somebody told me don't record them, so I want to make sure that I'm got my camera out. Because who you gonna tell me to stop recording you?
Can y'all take a quick photo real quick, ladies? I'm sorry that.
You good? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm like, where'd that go? Huh? These not sister locks. These just regular locks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they just regular. Huh? Thank you. I'm gonna head outside. All right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you later. Cause I'm hungry. Nathaniel, what's this? Let's switch. Cause my strap is just on my walker, so it's gonna fall if I I'm gonna call you later. I'm sorry. That's the lady whose picture keep coming up on my Facebook page. Every time I go on Facebook, she be checking my posts out. She be looking at my videos and stuff. You know how people, when you can tell when people look at some shit, they picture just pop up out of nowhere. Repeatedly.
So this,
That's her. I don't stalk people's pages, but I know she stalked mine. That's
Suggested
weirdo.
people.
I can't believe that heifer talk. Let me shut up because I forgot I'm on live. I forgot I was still on live. Cause I was about to say something.
Still on there.
I was still on live. Yes. Who is you talking to? Talking about don't record me. Girl. I think we went up too far. It's east. We went down in the basement. I don't know this
I don't
elevator.
remember being this big.
Shit goes down in the elevator. Yeah, that's my nephew. Stay here, tell my live. I brought security out with me today just in case.
Just in case.
I needed some help. Dark outside.
He need to suck his stomach in.
Get that for me. Listen, you might gotta push it. You know they don't care about the disabled.
Oh, buddy. Just for show.
Right. I gotta eat. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna make a video for y'all later, okay?